had to take care of the family.
That's what your dad did?
He did all the family work first, and then he'd go to us and say howdy.
Say howdy. Lee, what's one thing you remember about your dad?
That he was my dad.
Was he a farmer?
A real farmer.
What did he do?
Everything you're supposed to.
All right, Keith, what do you remember most about your dad?
I remember that my dad used to be a worker night and day, practically. He was just an old farmer, trying to buy a farm back in the olden days and during the Depression. He lost it. He lost his farming. And so we loaded up the wagon with what furniture we had. We had to move from the country into Shelley. And we moved into a two-story house, brick home. And there we lived the rest of our days.
What is one of your favorite activities that your dad took you to do?
Going deer hunting.
And when did you start deer hunting?
When I was 10, we'd go set a tent up in the top of the mountains. It was just and my brothers and dad all went, and it was a good time together.
Some of your favorite memories being a father.
Memories as being a father, that is one of the greatest joys I've had in my life. My wife to help out because she's the other half of this equation. We taught our kids to be hard workers, do things that they should do and try to keep themselves as close to Christ as we could.
My dad used to do everything for me.
Really?
Yeah, till he died. My dad was a hard worker, and she worked hard.
Yeah, what is something you learned from your dad?
I learned how to work.
Yeah, was he a hard worker?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, Hart, what do you admire about your dad?
All I know is what people told me about him before he was killed in action. Yeah, World War II. And I wish I'd have known my dad because of what other people tell me, that he was quite a character.
Well, what's your favorite thing about fatherhood?
Well, I think it's very important. I think, fathers have a responsibility, so do mothers, but I mean, the two have to get along at some point in time.
Yeah.
You can't be enemies. You have to look out for each other because, after all, you have something in common.
Yep.
The kids. And that's the point I'd like to get across to them.
Dad would, me and him, we got so that we liked to go out in the field together. Me and Dad would, go out and rake the hay and shock the grain and like that. He was right there with me. Yeah. And he always was going along, he was whistling all the time he was working, Aww. And I always listened to that, but it was never any tune.
Wasn't it?
He just whistled.
What's something that you learned from your dad?
You've got to work hard.
Work hard.
Yeah, you can't worry about the other guy. Just work hard and do a good job.
He was a hard worker and made sure that we did the same when we was working. One time we was hauling beets and we quit too early and we had to suffer the penalties. well, a good jawing out for sure, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure what might have been a kick in the pants.
So you learned that you don't quit the job early, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he was a carpenter, and he knew how to remodel houses.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he teach you? Did you watch him?
No, not necessarily.
He was probably a hard worker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A favorite memory about your dad is taking you fishing.
Yeah, taking us fishing to Island Park. And we had an old boat, and he'd let us go out there and row around and play with it. And then we'd go fishing. And of course, at times he'd keep us out there all day long, and all it was just old hard seats, and we was glad to get out of that thing. We caught quite a few fish.
I learned to work hard, I know that. Oh, yes, I'd like to wish a happy Father's Day to all of my sons and son-in-laws.
I always taught my kids, my sons and my daughters, to take good care of their families and work with them to help them to do better.
You want to wish your sons a happy Father's Day?
Oh, and my sons, yeah. I'm sure they're all going to have a good Father's Day. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
It means to be thankful for the Father I have and what He has done for me. I learned to be honest and truthful.
Well, I think about him a lot.
You think about your dad a lot?
Uh-huh.
Did he work a lot?
He's always worked.
Yeah. Was he a cowboy? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he enjoy doing that?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he did.
He was born premature and spent the first time of his life in a shoebox behind a coal stove. He drove PIE, the big semis, for 30 years and got a 3 million mile award for no accidents. Always fun to be around. Always. Everybody thought he was fun to be around. They were shocked when he'd be out on the road and he'd sit with the policeman and have dinner in a cafe, up on the bar because he was friendly with the policeman, highway patrol and all that all the time. He honored my mother so much. That is one thing I'll never forget, is that he really honored my mother, and that was something very special to me. He was just a wonderful dad, and like I say, the greatest thing about him was how he honored my mother. I remember him telling me that when a car had wrecked, he would pull a semi-truck off the side of the road, and he'd go over and get a back seat out of the car and lay the people on it there and build a fire and call an ambulance. They had CBs back then, and he'd stay there and take care of them until the ambulance come. He told me that several times he'd done that. Wow. And he was just a loving, caring father.
Vinny, what does Father's Day mean to you?
It means the birth of my daughter.
Something you learned from your dad?
Not much. He died when I was about 5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone you would like to wish a happy Father's Day to?
My brother Brad.
Well, happy Father's Day to him.
Happy Father's Day to him.
Do you have a favorite memory about your dad when you were growing up?
Yeah, I have lots of them.
Well, tell me a good one.
She went to town one day riding a black horse and came back home riding a white one.
Oh, how did that happen?
Jumped her than $700.
Oh my goodness. What is something you learned from your dad?
I'm going to respect others and their property.
Did you guys do some trespassing?
Yes.
Too much?
No, No, enough.
Just enough to learn some respect, right?
Yeah.
Well, happy Father's Day to you, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jake, what does Father's Day mean to you?
Well, it means having a family, being able to care for children, and learn to love, I think, deeply.
So all 4 of your sons are dads then?
Yeah.
So happy Father's Day to all of them too,
Yeah,
huh?
that's right.
Do you have something special that you could share that you learned from your dad? Anything that pops into your head?
I learned how to work. And well, back when I was growing up, I mean, that was a time when everything was pretty much manual.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of equipment. We had some.
Yeah.
But it was mostly manual work, hard.
So he taught you to work hard and appreciate what you had?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, we would just like to say happy Father's Day to you, Jake, and thank you.
Well, thanks for asking me.
What does Father's Day mean to you, Wes?
It means you love your dad and everything else. And my dad, did things with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I did everything with my dad. I went fishing with my dad. I was hunting with my dad. I did everything the right way, with my dad. He says he's going to learn to do something and watch me how I do it. And you can learn how to do it.
Definitely. Well, we would just like to say happy Father's Day to you, Wes, and thank you.
Thank you.
Brad, what is your favorite memory about your dad?
My favorite memory is he always took time to be with the family and with me.